John, guess who we got with us today on a Fighter's Corner?
We got Mike Davis.
And?
We got John Gorowski.
Hey, Melvin, appreciate you joining us, man. We got the young assassin. So, Melvin is, in terms of characters and stuff like that, there's very few people that are as recognizable as yourself. And your story is actually really interesting, and it starts with the influence of your father on your life. Would you mind just telling everybody what type of person he was?
Oh man, my dad, he was a contractor, man. My dad was the most normal guy ever, but when he passed away in 2006, my father had like probably 3,000 plus people at his funeral. Like people we had never seen before, people we knew. Like it was the craziest thing, man. Mob families. My dad was a very known guy, and I had no idea he was known the way he was. You know what I mean? But my dad, he had a big heart, man, and my dad was my best friend, man. Like he's the reason. He and Kevin Randleman are the reason that I fight.
Yeah, I'm glad you brought up Kevin Randleman. What type of influence Kevin Randleman? Obviously, like when you fought earlier in your career, you fought a lot with the blonde hair.
I still do. It'll be blonde by tomorrow.
All right, cool. So, and I'm guessing you got that from.
Well, I did it on the show on Ultimate Fighter 2.
Okay.
And I don't want to jump too far ahead, but when it happened, Rashad Evans cut my hair in the bathroom. We were on the show, and I was gonna go with red hair. I was gonna go red. Like if everybody ever noticed, if you pay attention, most of my fight colors are red and black.
Red, sure.
So I was gonna go red, but then I was like, well, I don't want to look like Chris Lieben did the season before.
Okay.
So then the first person popped in my head was Kevin Randleman. I was like, you know what? I'm going baby Randleman over here.
There you go.
What I mean?
I tell you what, Kevin Randleman was a fast man.
And it's crazy because like on the show, I wore my hair blonde, but I hadn't asked him permission yet. And then the fight with Joe Daddy Stevenson, I got to meet Randleman for the first time in my life. He was actually cornering Joe Daddy.
Oh, wow.
It didn't matter. Joe was my friend, and he was with my idol, so I didn't care. So They were actually cutting weight, and I actually joined them. And I went and sat in there with them and had a conversation. Because me and Joe, we knew we had to fight, but we were buddies after the show. You know what I mean? Me and him, Josh Bergman. Yeah. So it didn't really matter. So then while I was sitting there, and I hadn't dyed my hair yet, I asked Randleman, I said, hey, I know I wore the blonde hair a few times, but you mind if I can hold down a tradition in honor of you? You know what I mean? And he had no idea that he was my biggest fan. Like I was his biggest fan. Like he was my favorite fighter. He had no idea. Like to the point where I knew all his fights, I knew all his wins, his losses. And Randleman freaking freaks out. He's like, dude, you really. I said, dude, you're the reason I put gloves on. I said I almost went as far as getting the eyes tattooed on my back. You know what I mean? So that right there, I was like a kid that day, man. Like for me, that was like one of the biggest dreams come true, man. And after that, I stayed in touch with Randleman until the day he died, actually. Like he was one of my mentors, man. He was my best friend. Like whenever I was down and out, I lost a fight, even winning fights, but if I was going through something, I would pick up a phone and call him.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
So what type of influences did Kevin have on you? Obviously he has influenced you in many aspects of your career.
Well, things about him outside of the ring, that I recently was able to dig up and find out. Some from his wife. I never got to meet his wife yet either, so that's on the top of my card.
Got a kid too, man.
Yes, his kids, his wife, and she's invited me to Vegas a few times, and I'm going to take her up on that. But for me, he was a humanitarian, man. He cared about people more than he cared about himself. And that's something I learned from him. And for me, that's important because I come from a big family, and for a long time, I was kind of being selfish to a lot of people, even teammates and, working with kids, and that's something I love to do. And I kind of gave up on all that because I just wanted to fight in the UFC, man. And when the UFC released me, I just kind of fell into this deep depression. You know what I mean? Like I didn't want to fight nowhere else. I thought I was going to be starting the UFC and I was going to finish my career there. You know what I mean? I didn't think I was going to visit all these different organizations. But since that's happened, I can't turn back that hand. But I do know when I retire from MMA, it will be from the UFC. You know
that's
what I mean?
Awesome.
So that's my goal right now, and that's why I'm here for this show this weekend is to put on not just win, but I got to give the fans and the world a young assassin fight. I got to give people what they love me for. I like all these last few fights, these past 2 years, man. Like I just kind of been floating through the pack. I wanted to retire, but I didn't. I didn't want to be like, You know, a lot of guys retire, BJ Penn, they come back and they fight again. So I kind of fought while I was being retired, pretty much. I didn't want to walk away from the sport. And along the way, I got into bare knuckle boxing, and you know, I dabbled in a lot of different other things. I did a lot of underground fighting. So for me, man, Kevin's my biggest inspiration, man. He always will be. You know what I mean? I still have his number saved in my phone. I still have his social media. Like, I'm never gonna delete any of it. You know what I mean? To me, he's still here with me along with my dad. You know, like when I step in that cage, I feel like he's a guardian angel on one side, and then my dad's the other.
That's
you know
pretty
what I mean?
cool.
And that's where I leave it. You know what I mean? Those guys are still here to me.
All right, so your first dozen or so fights, I always kind of like to kind of recap with guys in regards to what it was like in the beginning, because you kind of forget about it. No one ever asks you about it, and you know that's the roots, man.
Right.
So you fought for a battle of New Orleans.
I'll tell you this about my very first MMA fight. It was against my blood cousin, Kelvin Morton. He's my mom and his mom are first cousins. He's my relative. He trains. He still trains. He doesn't fight anymore, but he's into jiu-jitsu tournaments and he teaches in New Orleans. But my very first pro fight was my blood cousin, because I had a scumbag ass fucking manager, Joe Ancona, who decided that me and my cousin were gonna fight each other. And like, at the time I'm 16, so I'm like, okay, good idea, bad idea. So I sit down at the gym. I talked to my cousin. I said, hey, are you sure you want to do this? My cousin was like, man, look, it's a crowd of people down, because the gym was upstairs from the bar, and the fight club, the bar was a fight club. So we always stayed upstairs. We never really went into the bar, but that particular night, we went into the bar, and my cousin was like, shit, we could just put on a show for the crowd. All right? So I was like, all right, but you know, this got to be real. You can't just fake this. It's got to be 100% real. And me and my cousin were training partners. So,
that's right.
So it was like, but at the same time, my cousin, he was a straight kickboxer. I mean, he had the hands and feet. At that time,
I'm talking as a promoter.
But at that time, I was just a wrestler from high school. Like, I just wrestled. I didn't even have stand-up yet. So my game plan was take my cousin down, beat the shit out of him. You know? And
just like Thanksgiving.
But my cousin landed some kicks. He kicked me in the face a few times. I mean, we beat the shit out of each other. I ended up winning though, and it was all cool. But there was no love lost with my cousin. But as the time went on, we all at that gym, we started, me, Pat Barry, my cousin Kelvin, a couple of other guys. But you know, like Pat Barry started there with me too, and we just started to notice like how much of a scumbag this guy was. You know what I mean? Like at that time, we would make 500 to show, 500 to win. Like that's how long ago this was, right?
Okay.
And like he would take 20% of that, but then his drunk punk ass would go to the fucking strip club, literally with us. He would take us there. Like I'm in the strip clubs and casinos at 16 years old in New Orleans. All right, I'm loving life though. I'm not mad. I'm not complaining.
You don't even know, but you now later on,
right?
You kind of see what's happening.
But what did upset me was, how would you take 20% from $500? You know what I mean? And then I'm watching you just go give it to the strippers. Dude, I was hot. I was mad. I'm like, dude, you could have let me keep that. Plus, I just watched him count money in his office from the promotion. Like, I mean, it was small, but he made a lot of money with this fight club he had. You know what I mean? So I took that very personal, man. And then all hell breaks loose when I go to Ultimate Fighter. I'll tell you how that ended up. I was training for a kickboxing fight, right? For a belt, for FFC actually. And I got a phone call while I'm in the gym hitting the bag. I'm working out. I'm 22 years old. Hey, Melvin, the UFC's on the phone. I said, man, stop playing with me, bro. He gives me the phone. I hang it up. I don't want to play those games. You know,
I'm trying to hit the bag. I'm trying to hit the bag, bro.
But this is like right after Ultimate Fighter Season 1, you know, and I was into UFC, but I wasn't ready. I was like, you know what? I'm not going to fill out an application. I'm just going to wait my turn. Wait till they put the lightweights back in. That was my original goal. But then the phone rings again, and then I grab the phone, I answer it, and it's freaking Dana White. I know bullshit. I was about to hang up again. So I was like, oh, shit, it is you. I said, how you doing, sir? What's going on, Dana? He's like, look.
Bad connection.
The other guy hung up.
He said, could you come out to Vegas and interview, do a couple of interviews, and possibly a little bit of a training session? I said, yes, sir. I said, when? He's like, this weekend, like tomorrow. We'll put you on a flight tomorrow. I said, sure. I went to Vegas. I get there, and they got me stuck in these hotel rooms at the Palace Station. Mind you, I don't have a credit card yet. Everything about me was cash.
Palace Station.
Dude, I'm stuck in the Palace Station fucking hotel for like 2 weeks. And the only thing that the casting crew from Spike and Ultimate Fighter can tell me was, the longer you're here, the better your chances are.
But you couldn't leave the room, right?
No, I left the room anyway. I didn't give a fuck. I snuck down the back stairs, went got me some chicks, came back to my room. Oh yeah, dude, look me.
Yeah, I heard they had people locked in the room and they would have food delivered, and you better be
They
in
would
there.
send us food. The only thing other than that you could do was, if you had a credit card, you could order movies and shit. So I'm stuck watching a few channels in the fucking hotel because I don't have a credit card. You know what I mean? So it was miserable.
And you couldn't call anybody, right?
No, couldn't call nobody. They took our cell phones when we got there.
Now, this was during Tough? This is
This is the pre-Tough.
This is season 2 of Ultimate Fighter.
Okay.
But this wasn't when
like
actual Tough
the
started. This is before. This is when they're picking.
Process.
Right, okay.
This is when they're picking
Gotcha.
the 16 fighters.
Okay.
And I mean, it took 2 weeks, bro. And then when I finally realized I made it was when they took us to get our head examined and then our drug tests and all that stuff, because they wasn't going to waste that money.
How many people you think were also trying out for this?
Oh, it was a lot from what I heard. And then every time I opened the door, there was somebody going down the hallway, because the floors that we were on were only people there for interviews.
This was welterweights and heavyweights, right?
Welterweight, heavyweights, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So at that point, I go into the interview, and Dana's there, the casting crew from Spike,
Right.
and what they were looking for was not just fighters, but you gotta have personality, you gotta have something. So the first thing Dana asked me was, so what made you want to try out for Ultimate Fighter? I was like, I didn't try out for this shit. You called me and asked me to come, and that was my conversation with Dana.
Yeah.
And me and Dana's been cool ever since, bro. Like, I'm just real, you know what I mean? I'm honest, you know what I mean? Like, I didn't, like, all those other fighters were filling out applications. I never filled out an application for Tough.
Well, that's
Never.
really the only right answer if you think about it.
Yeah.
Like if you'd be like, "Oh, well, I really wanted to go," Dana's
No, fuck no.
but Dana's slick though.
But
Like
that would
he's
have been some shitty ass lie. That would have been me trying
Appease him.
to stroke his nuts. I mean,
And
look,
he would've caught
I'm
that.
a man just like he is. I'm not gonna stroke Dana White's nuts. I mean, he's a great guy, but at the end of the day, we're the fight mules, man. We're the ones that go and put on a show. You know what I mean? Dana's a great guy though, bro. When I lost everything in Katrina, Dana helped me the most. And my family.
Yeah.
And when people always ask me, is Dana White a great guy? He's a fucking great guy. You know what I mean? And if anybody ever says something bad about him, I will fucking go to jail. I will fuck him up, because the man.
I like Dana White.
Look, he's not only helped me, but I've watched him help people. You know what I mean?
I've heard that too.
The man has a big heart, bro. And what people don't realize, you run a multi-million-dollar business, you have to be the boss. But he has those few of us that he called friend. You know what I mean? And to me, I always felt like my boss was one of my friends. You know what I mean?
That's
I
cool.
can call him
Yeah,
today and
that's
still. I mean, he's always told me. At first, it was 3 fights. Melvin, go win 3 fights, you come back. Because Dana didn't release me. It was Joe Silver, punk little fucking troll little mini bitch ass motherfucker. He released me, and Dana was pissed about it because he did it behind Dana's butt. Joe Silva, I guess, owned a piece of the UFC. He wasn't just the matchmaker. I didn't know that. So his little punk ass released me. Whatever, neither here or there. But at that time, Dana said, win 3 fights, I'll take you back. As you know, it's been up and down, up and down. Like, I lost my momentum, bro. Now it's Melvin, I still want you to come back, but I need you to win 6 fights now. So now
I think you just gotta get the right fights.
Man, look, it's that's true too. And I have a hard time saying no to fights, because when I was in the UFC, I made my mark in the UFC because I never turned down a fight. And and Dana and them respected me because of that. Like, anybody fighting Cowboy, fighting Jim Miller, like a lot of us, and believe it or not, it happens even in the UFC. Guys were faking injuries, guys will pull out of fights, but then the UFC got smart. Well, you know what? If you're hurt, all right, we're going to fly you to Vegas. We want to have our doctors check you. And when they started doing that, guys stopped lying, because guys were really pulling out of fights. So, I mean, anytime they had to book me a fight, they had to put like 2 or 3 people behind the guy that I was originally fighting, because that guy would probably pull out.
Well, 2004 was when I first met you.
Right.
So Dave Benet, legend, has got an event in Minnesota, and it's got Sean Shirk on the card. It's got every Travis.
Yeah, I remember that fight.
View was on it.
Yeah.
Well, Melvin was on the card. He was just like this young, gangly kid. You know, big attitude, big personality, you know, but super nice guy. So there's a local guy up there named Rich Miller. I think he was like 10-0. I remember him turning in his tickets. Dude sold like 200, I think it was like 210 tickets.
Yeah, I didn't know he sold that many tickets, but I didn't really care. I was there to fight, you know what I mean? So one thing I know about fighting, when you have to go into somebody else's backyard, you do not want to leave it to the judge's scorecard. I've always taught myself that. Even in high school wrestling, when you go to another school to duel them, you don't want to leave it to the judges. You know what I mean? You want to go out there and you want to just put them away. And that's how I fight. I fight to put guys away.
Well, it's funny you mentioned that because Rich had to be stretchered out of the ring in the first round. Like the whole crowd, I mean, it was.
During that time too, man, like I knew who Sean Shirk was, and he was big. He was already in the UFC. And he had been in the UFC a few times. And in my mind, I was like, shit, I want to fight Sean Shirk. You know what I mean? Like, as a fighter, you want to fight the best guys. You know what I mean? And I know it doesn't seem like that now in my career because, like, all the roller coasters I've been on and taking fights I shouldn't have taken. But I'm still one of the top fighters in the world. I'm always going to be. I am one of the guys that's more dangerous in the ring, especially now because of all the downside of me fighting when I should have retired and possibly came back, which I wasn't going to do. A lot of guys overlook me now. And a lot of guys, I think, feel like, oh, shit, Melvin's my ticket to the UFC. You know what I mean? But now I'm around a good team, a good coach, a guy that pushes me. Like, even cutting weight for this fight, you know, today, he fucking pushed me. I literally just cut 20 pounds in like less than 12 hours, and I did it.
Did you hit the sauna?
It was no sauna. No fucking sauna. I swear to God. Like if I told you the secret, I'll have to fucking kill you. So we're not gonna, I'm not sharing that secret.
I can tell you, but I have to kill you.
I'm not sharing that secret with nobody.
You know, I actually know a couple people that like to tell the secret.
I'm not sharing that secret with nobody because you know what? This shit's going on the internet, and you know what? Let them motherfuckers kill themselves.
Figure it out.
I don't care. Let them figure it out. But I didn't even think it was gonna work. This is my first time working with my coach from DCO MMA, and Steve, great guy, but sometimes I want to wring his fucking neck. I ain't gonna lie. You know what I'm saying? 5 burpees because a fucking train passed by. Who the fuck does that?
Nobody.
You know what I mean? I hate fucking
nobody.
burpees. Tell me to do 5 push-ups, I'll give you 5 push-ups. Burpees, though, I fucking hate them. I don't like them. You know what I mean? But anyways,
Every time a train
But
passes.
anyways, like, when I was fighting that fight, I thought I was going to get to fight Sean Shirk soon, and that fight didn't happen. And I remember at the time, my manager, Joanne Kona, the same guy that takes money from no money from me, he was like, well, you're not ready for him yet. I mean, look, when I turned pro at 16, you know how I did it? I was fighting for Joanne Kona. I knocked the guy out. The guy was a pro. I was an amateur. So I didn't know at the time, an amateur can fight a pro, but a pro can't ask to fight the amateur, right? Hold up. This is back in 2003, 2000, well, actually longer than that. 2001, 2002, because I was a senior in high school in 2002. All right, so this is how this happened. Yeah, I'm wrestling. I'm the captain of my wrestling team, and I'm fighting
State champion wrestler.
Yeah, state, yeah, all day. But I'm fighting. I'm fighting professional MMA underground. Like nobody knows about this but my dad. So what happened was the guy fighter didn't travel. He didn't travel into town. This was in New Orleans. The guy didn't show up. So Joanne Kona comes upstairs and said, "Hey, you want to make a little bit of money tonight?" Because he always paid me under the table. I said, "Yeah, man, I can use some money, you know." Because I was young. $500 to me was a lot of money.
You're a senior in high school.
Yeah.
So I knocked this guy out in the first round, like in a minute or something. Knocked him out cold, like literally KO'd him. He fell face first, boom, flat. We go upstairs. I got out the ring, went back upstairs, went right back to training. Didn't skip a beat. My dad's downstairs drinking at the bar. You know, my dad drunk for free all the time. So Joe comes upstairs. The guy that I knocked out comes upstairs. I don't even remember his name, all right? But all I do remember was I go past the office, and then Joe's counting out this guy like $1,500. And I'm like, what the fuck?
They brought
so
you
I
in to
bust
get
in the
your ass
office.
whooped.
Hold up, I bust in the office like, hey.
Like a tax
I
collector.
said, how the fuck he get this much money and I got 500? He's like, well, first of all, you're an amateur. I can't pay you. Second of all, this is the money I owe the guy. Because I guess he gave him $1,000 for the fight and he gave him $500 for travel because the guy drove. I said, all right.
Were you a big ticket seller?
Yeah, but at the time, though, I was an amateur. Like, I was 46-0 as an amateur.
He's trying to hold
all right?
you out, man.
So
Yeah.
he's telling me I'm not ready, but I'm like, motherfucker, you just asked me to fight a pro fighter, and I knock him out in a minute. And the only difference,
And I get less?
And the only difference with my philosophy is the only difference between an amateur and a pro is one get paid and one don't. Man, I went downstairs. I ran downstairs, flip flops on, got my dad. I said, hey, come up here. So he took his shot. Boom. My dad come upstairs. My dad said, what's up? I said, man, look, I want to turn pro. All you got to do is sign here, and I get to sign out. He said, you sure that's what you want to do? I said, come on, Dad. This is what I do. My dad said, all right. He signed, I signed. That's how I turned pro at 16 years old. And then from there, I went on a run up until I was 22-0 until I lost my first fight to Carlo Prater.
Right, that's the next question. So essentially, dude, okay, John, what I saw in Minnesota, I saw this dude. It was something with his footwork. You only did it one time, and I just remembered, man, I got to watch more of his footage because he did some with his footwork, lulled Rich Miller in, and bam, it was lights out. And it was a trap that you set.
Well,
so Melvin could wait. Hey, you come out of the cage. I go, man, I got to holler at this dude. I'm like, hey, Melvin. I go, man, what's going on, man? I go, man, you got some decent hands. You go, yeah, I just kind of learned them. I'm actually I'm a wrestler. And I go, oh, okay, good. So you got a wrestling background and you got good hands. Well, no, I actually won state in wrestling. And I'm like, what?
Yeah.
And then he goes,
well, see,
book me fights, just don't talk to my manager.
Because I was a wrestler. I wrestled 12 years of my life. You know, I started when I was in sixth grade. I wrestled all the way through high school. And I wrestled in my middle school at my high school. Because my middle school didn't have wrestling. So I wrestled for my actual high school for 8 years instead of 4.
How important do you think wrestling has been in your life?
Wrestling, to me, is the most important part of MMA, I think.
I agree.
The wrestlers are the strongest because a wrestler can learn jiu-jitsu. A wrestler can learn how to box, all right? But when you flip it around and guys that don't spend their whole life on a wrestling mat, you might learn a couple of takedowns or learn how to shoot a double leg or, I don't know. I mean, nowadays, I don't see many guys like most guys, I think, instead of the offensive wrestling, I do see a lot of defensive wrestling. A lot of guys that are submission guys or boxers, they do learn how to have takedown defense, not so much the offense side of it.
Right.
And I think that's the biggest key to being successful in MMA. I mean, look at all the past champions and all the champions now. Everybody has a wrestling background.
All right, so you go 22-0. You're running to Carlo Prater, who's a monster.
Yeah.
You know, and he's a good
jiu-jitsu
guy.
You want to know how I lost that fight?
How?
It wasn't because of Prater. It's because one of the guys I look up to, Eve Edwards, he was in Prater's corner. And I mean, my cornerman is a nobody. It's just people from the gym. I look across and see Eve Edwards. Eve Edwards was the guy who beat
the man.
Rich Clemente, and I fucking hate Rich Clemente. So when I look across and see Eves, I'm like, oh shit, it's Eve Edwards. Man, I spoke to Eves in the back the same way I was speaking to Randleman before that fight. And man, to be able to talk to Eves, and he was so calm and cool and so like level-headed. I'm like, man, he's an awesome dude. Like, he's actually a little bit of a nerd.
Jiu-jitsu.
He's actually a little bit of a nerd, but this motherfucker can fight. I fucking love this dude. Man, I didn't know when I was talking to him though he was cornering Prater until wait, this was later. Now, honestly, it wasn't until I got in the ring. And then I seen him in Prater's corner. I was like, and I just psyched myself out. I'm like, oh, fuck, that's no way I would beat this guy.
Prater's the shit.
I literally, I know. Yeah, he was. Look, Carlo Prater was my teammate in Houston for like maybe 7 years with Metro Fight Club with Saul Solis. Prater, he's great in the gym. He is awesome in the gym. Like, he can teach you some shit like you wouldn't even believe. Stand up and ground game.
Yeah.
But he always struggled. He always struggled under the lights. All right. For me, I think I lost that fight because I just psyched myself out. The first time in my life I gave up on myself before the fight even happened. Like, I was like, there's no way I'm gonna beat this guy. He's got Eve Edwards in his corner. You know what I mean? So when that happened, I was like, shit. So then years later, after I'm done with Tough, I'm in the UFC, I'm scheduled to fight Eve Edwards for the fight night, the fight for the troops, the Evan Dunham fight. Okay, I was supposed to fight Eves that night, but Evan Dunham's opponent had a medical issue. He couldn't fight. So Dana bumped me to the main event card. He bumped me to the main event. But the fucked up part was, if you go back and watch that fight, you'll hear Dana on the record says Melvin doesn't stand a chance. Like Dana was pulling for Evan. He's like, because they were trying.
They were really had a big
they were trying to
push
build.
behind
They
it.
were trying to build Evan Dunham. And I was like, well, shit. When I wasn't supposed to fight Eve Edwards that night, I was happy as fuck. I was in the locker room nervous, like, damn, what am I gonna do? Like, this guy is one of my mentors. Like, I look up to him. You know what I mean? Like, once again, I'm psyching myself out, right? Man, when I got the Evan Dunham fight, I was like, shit, I'm about to kill this white boy. I am about to fucking smash him. And I ain't have not a fear. I didn't even know Evan Dunham. I didn't know nothing about him. I didn't even know his last name at the time. All I know is Dana done bumped me to the main event. I said, shit, I'm about to put on a show. This is my chance right here.
Yeah.
I ended up getting the Knockout of the Night award. I got the knockout bonus, I think it was like 45 grand. I brought my wife a brand new Shelby Cobra with it just because I was like, you know what, this is money I was not supposed to get. It's all yours. Brought my wife a Shelby with it. And from there, after the Evan Dunham fight for the troops, was when I went on my run. Then I won like 7 in a row.
You know, like I said, I know we're kind of going back and forth, but I really like to concentrate like what made you into like a UFC star. So I heard rumors that it's pre-internet, internet to where it is today, that Melvin, he won a fight, but they took it from him, and I'm like, man, come on, bro.
Yeah,
and I'm following your
that was
career.
the FC tournament.
When you fought Roger Huerta.
Right. But you know what? Through all of that, what happened, what I don't care about is that I didn't know that I was getting my legs greased. I'm sitting.
You were spraying your leg. Okay,
I'm in the ring. I'm focused on my fight. I don't know what's going on. I do know my trainer. He wasn't really my trainer, but he was just one of my cornermen at the time. Dumbass friend. He was rubbing my shoulders like any other fight, right? No matter if they got like the ice pack in your hand, but he was just rubbing my shoulders. I didn't see anything going on. So after I won the tournament, I went home with the gold cup and the fucking 5 grand. So by the time I got the message that they took the win away and made it a no contest, I was young. I didn't give a fuck. I said, man, I went home with the 5 grand and the cup. You know what I'm saying? So
you come get it.
Yeah, like I already left with the money. So whatever, I'll take that no contest. But I was pissed at my guy that worked my corner. So I went to the gym, and everybody that told me that he did this, they were 100% sure. Everybody said he went back and watched it, and I was in denial. I was like, dude, I didn't have anything on me. You know,
it was like a Muay Thai spray that you were spraying on your legs in between rounds.
So when I went back to Joanne Conan's gym, I beat the living shit out of this guy.
Oh no!
I fucked him up. I fucked him up bad because I felt like you cost me my reputation, bro. Like I'm not a cheater. Like I don't have to cheat you to beat you. So me and Roger, after that, we didn't really get along. We had words. Well, Diego Sanchez was in Houston getting ready for the fight against what's his name? Curly hair, blonde hair. Trying to think his name.
Koscheck? Okay.
So Diego and the Spanish Deportes fucking people shows up at our gym to get some work in with us. Roger Huerta's with him. So I'm fucking pissed. I'm like, I don't want this motherfucker in our gym. Right. And I'm ready to spar with Diego. And they was like, well, no, you can't spar. And I'm like, for what? Why not? And by this time, I'm like, what the fuck's the reason why? I mean, you guys came in to spar with us. You know what I'm saying? We had some other top guys, but I'm one of the top guys. If you want to come spar, you're going to spar with everybody. So they kept me away from Diego Sanchez. And I was purposely going to go in there and maul him on video just so the whole world could see it, and then I get my shot. Because this was pre Tough 2. This was before that. Then
you were ready for the UFC by 2004, bro.
I was ready for the UFC before it was ready for me, man. Because I have over 200 fights right now in this. When I win tomorrow night, that'll be my 187th victory as a pro fighter.
Pro both combined?
No, pro. My amateur career, 47-0. I don't count my amateur. It don't count. It didn't matter. As a pro, between boxing, kickboxing, MMA, and now bare knuckle. I'm not talking about just MMA.
Yeah.
I will have 187 victories.
Athletic wins.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
It's a fight. I'm a fighter. You know what I'm saying?
So you've bounced everywhere, too. Like, you've been to a whole bunch of gyms. You know, like, I saw you training with Miss DJ. I saw those videos.
Yeah, that was
online.
at Jackson. She was at Jackson. She's an amazing lady, man. Like, I miss her every day. I've been blessed. Like, I didn't just jump gyms because, I had issues with gyms. I jumped gyms because when I felt like I learned what I needed from Coach Greg Jackson, Coach Winklejohn, and the guys there. Then I parted ways. And a lot of history with that was because at the time, I'm best friends with Jon Jones, my cousin Daniel Cormier, and they had their little beef going on. Well, no, not even Daniel at the time. It was Jones and Rashad. I'm sorry. Me and Rashad were friends from Tough. So I hit Rashad up. I'm looking for new management. He said, hey, come down to Florida, man, South Florida. We got things going on. We got the Black Zillions. We got Glenn down here. Glenn will represent you. Man, everything will be great. I freaking, it was like the worst timing. And I don't regret anything, but I wish I could turn back the hands of time and I would have stayed where I was. But at the time, Glenn offered me a lot of things, and I was like, well, shit, I get my own place and I can live on my own. And it's like, shit, that's a better life for me and my wife. So at the time, I'm newly married. So I'm like, you know what? I'll come. I love, but it made it look like I betrayed John because I went train with Rashad. And that wasn't the case. I still see both of them as my best friend. They're still my friends the same way with Daniel and John. I'm good with both of them. You know what I'm saying? I'm one of those people, I'm like the Oreo cookie. I'm the cream in the middle.
Right.
Don't make me pick a side because if I don't have beef with you personally, then I can be cool with you. You know what I mean? If the man next to you don't like you, that's between you and him. You know what I mean? So I want to clear the air with that. You're not going to make me pick and choose who I'm going to be cool with and who I'm not going to be cool with because on record, the only person that I don't like in MMA is fucking Rich Clemente, and he knows that. You know what I'm saying?
You hear that, Rich?
He truly knows that, bro.
What is that about? Where does that come from?
Man, look, I knew him as the guy who beat my coach, my original coach, Warren Donnelly, my wrestling coach.
That's your wrestling coach.
My
from
wrestling
high school.
coach, and I used to train MMA with my wrestling coach, right? My wrestling coach, he became my first original trainer for MMA. Anyways, Rich Clemente beat him, and in my school, I know my coach was the baddest motherfucker I knew. So when he told me Rich beat him, I was like, who's this Rich guy? So then later on, I meet Rich at Joanne Corner's gym. So Rich, with me and I thought we were cool. And for me, I'm young, so I'm like, man, teach me what you know. And like I said, I didn't know the stand-up game yet. Rich was very crafty with his kickboxing. And I fell in love with it. I'm like, dude, you got to teach me that. So he took me under his wing. And for months, maybe a year of it, we were good. Everything, we trained together. He trained me. And then when I started to blow up in South Louisiana and in that part of our neck of the woods, New Orleans, Kenner, Slidell, when I blew up, it took the attention off Rich because Rich was known as the baddest motherfucker down there. And I didn't care. I mean, I'm young. I don't care what people think. You know what I'm saying? I'm out here just fighting. I wasn't even paying attention to it. But I guess he got offended by it because once I got to the UFC and I blew up, I went further than he did. But then now the talks come. Then I found out later after that, motherfuckers are racist. I'm like, dude, you was never racist to me. You always been cool with me. I was like a little brother to you. And then all of a sudden now you don't fucking like me. Why? You know what I mean? So I fought him in UFC 77 Nemesis. He beat me. I was pissed. I fought angry. Got caught in the choke. I returned the favor because Dana told me that night, Melvin, do not get into a fucking fight in Vegas or you're done. And I had already got into a fight at Club Tao before that, way before that.
She told me this an hour ago.
With GSP and a couple other guys, we were fighting the whole Tao, not just the Tao security, but the actual casino security. That was my first TMZ incident. All right, I go to we leave there, go to Sapphires.
Your first TMZ incident.
I had 3. Unfortunately, I've had 3. But anyways, back to Rich real quick before I get off subject. So they have a show in Hammond, Louisiana. Ironically, I'm in Hammond, fucking Indiana. But in Hammond, Louisiana, my buddy Ricky Falls does a show.
There's no TMZ here.
Right. My buddy Ricky Falls does a show. Who shows up in the back door? Fucking Rich Clemente. Matter of fact, Shoney Carter was there. Ask Shoney about this. This was during Mardi Gras time.
Shoney will be here tomorrow.
Shoney was there. Ask Shoney about this. I see Rich come in. He's shaking everybody's hand. He goes to shake my coach's hand. He goes to shake my hand. I was like, motherfucker, you know I don't like you. Just like that. And I fucking hit him. Boom, boom. We start fighting.
Oh, my God.
Oh, I beat the shit out of him. Oh, I got some catchback. But the officers there, they all knew us because we were famous at home already. They was like, look, because I tried to go in. I tried to go in for some more. They was like, look, we let you have 1 round. If you guys fight again, we take you to jail. I say, fuck this. I'm past fighting. Let's go out back. I was going to the car, bro.
Let's do it.
I was going to the car. I was about to grab the pistol. I was like, fuck it.
Oh, man.
No, because if I ever liked you, If I like you, I like you. All right, I don't do that flip flop shit. If I rock with you, I rock with you. If I respect you in ways I don't respect other people, don't ever disrespect me because I'm giving you respect that I give my grandfather. You know what I mean? And as a man, that's how I was raised. You respect another man. That's the respect I have for Rich Clemente, bro. Like this dude, I saw this guy like Achilles from fucking Troy. You know, when you beat my coach, the guy I thought would never lose. Dude, like, you got something. I want to know what it is. And then you train me, take me under your wing for like a year, and then all of a sudden you have a problem with me, and you can't tell me why? Motherfucker, all right, cool. So now since we're not cool ever. And that's how I feel. And he's still my enemy. I don't fuck with him. I would never trust him. I would never do business with him. And recently when I was home in New Orleans, a buddy of mine who's trying to promote some fights, we tried to set up a hometown fight between me and him.
That's
because
huge.
we'll sell, I'm telling you, between me and Rich, we can sell out the fucking Smoothie King Stadium that the Pelicans play.
Yeah.
I know for a fact we will. If me and him fought each other, we'll sell that shit out. But Rich won't take the calls, or I don't know, he don't want to take the fight. But I'm ready for my second chance at Glory to beat him up.
All right, so for instance, like you're bringing about like all the other gyms that you've worked out with. Recently, a few months ago, Donald Cerrone was scheduled to fight Mike Perry, and you know, man, he made kind of a lot of statements about it, saying, "Hey, man, we worked out together. Now you guys are telling us you want us to fight. My gym is the one that's kind of pushing it to UFC, and meanwhile, you guys got all this footage on me, and it's like he kind of felt like it was a setup. And you know, man, everything he was saying, I agreed with most of it. We even did a whole podcast on it. Like, man, he's absolutely correct. But the problem is like when we were looking at it, I'm like, well, you and him trained together for a while, and I know you guys are friends.
Yeah.
But you guys also fought each other, which benefited him.
I'll tell you how that fight happened. No, because it didn't benefit him because I went in there to beat Cowboy. I almost knocked Cowboy out, actually. But I hesitated, and that he threw a drunken fucking kick and caught me in the head. That's how that fight ended. But before all that, all right, I'm on the golf course. I had just fought 2 weeks before that. I just got home from a fight. I'm on the golf course. I'm on the fucking first tee box. Matter of fact, it was early in the morning. I'm just starting to tee off. I get a call from Dana. When Dana calls, you answer.
You pick up.
All right? I pick up all the time when Dana will call me. I say, what's up, boss? He said, look, I know you just fought, but I want to run something by you. How do you feel about fighting Cowboy Cerrone? I say, man, you know I never say no to you, but let me hit Cowboy up. Let me talk to Cowboy and see what's up. Because Cowboy is my best friend. We born a day apart, same year, bro. Like, we have a lot in common than most people think.
Good dude, man.
So, one of the best people I know.
I agree.
And I hung up. I called Cowboy. Cowboy was like, I already know. Dana just called me. He's like, what do you think? What do you want to do? I said, look, big bro, it's on you, man. If you want to, I'll do it. But I said, you always going to be my dog, man. So I said, I understand. But then Cowboy broke it down to me. He said, the only reason they're calling you, bro, is because 4 people then backed out. He was fighting in Denver in his hometown, and he already had a lot of people obligated to seeing him fight. So I said, man, you know what? I'll take one for the team, bro. I'll fight you. I said, but I'm going to tell you this before I hang up. I'm coming to fuck you up. I'm just letting you know. I said, we gonna be boys after.
It's a weird thing to tell a friend.
We gonna be in a straight cold-blooded fucking bar fight. Let's get it in, and then we can hug and go drink later. All right? He's like, bro, I knew you'd be up for it. I'm down. I said, cool. And that's how that fight came about. If Cowboy wasn't comfortable with it, I would have said no because he's my best friend, bro. He's one of my best friends.
That's super cool.
And so far in this sport, I fought 7 of my best friends.
Well, you know, sometimes John and I will talk, and we'll have like little parlay bets. You know, like it ain't the fight action; it's the other action. I lost a bet that you and Nate Diaz didn't fight before you got to the cage. How does that happen when you got 2 personalities?
Well, me and
Nate
became good friends, man. Look, the night that me and Nate fought, right? Me and Nate go at it. Boom. I wasn't supposed to take him down. I did. Wasn't listening, and he caught me after the fight. Matter of fact, Nate was the first person to ever cut me in a fight. I went years without ever being cut. I had 5 stitches, and I was pissed. So I gave him 32 stitches. Oh. And after the fight, we go to a bar in Oklahoma City, downtown. We get to the bar. As soon as we get there, we were Ariana Celeste and Brittany Palmer at the time. So they there. We all going together. We showed us a UFC after party. These freaking drunk dudes and their girlfriends get on the same elevator with us. Well, half got on the elevator and the other half walked up the stairs. By the time we got up the stairs of the elevator, the guys was like trying to grab on Ariana and Brittany. Like they're grabbing at them. So me and Nate, we just standing there like, cool. And then Nate was like, hey, bro, chill out with that. The dude was like, who the fuck are you? I said, dude, wait, did y'all not just watch TV? And then we both got stitches and like patches on our face. I said, did y'all not just watch the UFC fights, bro? Are y'all really that drunk and stupid right now? Who the fuck are you? You want to call us stupid? I said, you know what, bro? The best thing y'all can do is shut the fuck up, and when this door opens, just walk the fuck away. Man, we opened the door, bro. We come out the door fighting. Boom, boom, boom. We knocked them out. The friends come up, right as we knocked them out, the friends coming around the corner up the stairs. We knocked them out. The girls trying to fight us, so I took the girls and threw them on top of the guys down the stairs. Dude, it was crazy. That same night I fought Nate. That was me and Nate.
Did this make it to TMC?
No.
So you went 1-1 that night.
Nobody knew about that, dude. And we got the fuck. We left, you know what I mean? But me and Nate been cool. You know what I'm saying?
But even pre-fight, there was no issues pre-fight?
No, man. Like, what people don't understand,
That's
man.
incredible.
Like, look. I talk shit. I'm gonna get in your head, man. I learned this from Tyson, bro. I'm going to intimidate you. The way Diaz intimidates guys, the same shit that Conor McGregor does now. You know what I'm saying? That's part of the fight game, bro. I'm not like, we can fight outside the cage if you want. Fuck, I didn't went into the freaking the buffets in Vegas and literally guys I'm fighting, I literally threw their fucking food off the table. I don't give a fuck. Like, what are you gonna do? You gonna fight? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Uncle Bert always told us, no fighting before the show. You know what I'm saying? Save it for the show. I miss Uncle Bert. But at the same time, we do know better because we know if we fight before the show, Dana's gonna fucking kill us.
Man, I thought that was free money, dude.
No, it's not, man. Look, believe it or not, bro. Look, it's not staged. It's not no setup, bro.
For real,
you got guys that don't like each other. Me and Nate never had a beef. We actually got closer after we fought. You know what I'm saying? But me and Nate never had a beef. I respect his brothers. One of the most highly respected fighters in the game.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? And now, at the same time, even with Nate, I respect him, Cowboy, Jim Miller. I respect these guys, man. Like, there's guys that I respect at a level up to here, and then there's some guys like, I respect you, but fuck you at the same time. You know what I mean? Like, you don't pose a threat to me. You know what I mean? And I still don't feel Cowboy, Nate, or any of those guys pose a threat to me. But unfortunately, I've lost fights to them.
Well, here you go, Jamie Varner. Like, for instance, you and Jamie Varner were supposed to fight, I think it was UFC 155, if I had to guess.
Man, that was sketchy what happened with that, bro. Like, we were ready to fight, and all of a sudden, I'm sick, I can't fight. And then he ended up fighting someone else. I can't remember who it was, but he fought someone else not too long after he had supposedly was injured. I'm like, and one thing I always remember with fighting, and I learned this from Matt Hughes, of all people, on Ultimate Fighter Season 2, is either you're injured or you're hurt. There's a difference. Mm-hmm. You can fight hurt, but you can't fight injured, right? Makes all the sense in the world. Dude, when guys are pulling out of fights and just walking away, and not only that, I'm already in Vegas ready to fight you, and now all of a sudden there's something wrong.
Yeah, what was like
but
getting that
news?
news?
By the time I fight him, my mind wasn't ready for the fight. Because I was still feeling like shit. I'm like, bro, fuck you, dude. Like, you're a piece of shit. You're scary. Like, why do Melvin have to fight you now? Like, why do I have to fight? And I was arguing about that.
Right.
But like I said, when my boss tell me I have to fight somebody, I ain't really got a choice. I fight. But my mind wasn't in that fight by the time I fought him because of the shit he pulled. The same shit with Ross Pearson. I fucked him up in London, and they called it a no contest because he was playing a little touchy-feely shit. And then we were supposed to rematch. Then he fights fucking Diego Sanchez. They give me Michael Johnson. After the Michael Johnson fight was when I got released. I didn't want to go all the way back to London to fight Michael Johnson. I told Joe Silva and Dana, I asked him, didn't tell him nothing, but I asked him because I ain't that cocky. I said, hey, how about you let me fight Michael Johnson on that Dallas card when they had just opened up the Dallas stadium and they did the fights there? Mm-hmm. I wanted to fight on that card. It's at home. I don't have to pay a foreign tax. Just let me fight here. Joe Silva still put me over in London to fight Michael Johnson. And then when I get to London, there's nothing wrong with Ross Pearson. I'm like, why is it this fight happening? Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And I didn't get that rematch back.
You get that a lot. Like, what was it like receiving? Like, when did they tell you that Varner was pulling out of the fight?
Like, while I was in my locker room warming up. Literally, I was warming up, and then Dana came in. Not even Joe Silva. Dana came in. He said, "Hey, kid, I I got some news for you. It's not going to be what you like. I'm like, what's going on? I'm still hitting mitts. He's like, the fight's off. Varner can't fight. I'm like, what the fuck you mean he can't fight? What happened? And I'm questioning Dana, like, what happened? He's like, I don't know. He's like some kind of illness. He's sick. I said, man, he's just fucking scared. Period. He's fucking scared.
You
I said,
tell Bruce Buffer to put the gloves on.
I looked at Dana and was like, you know you can make him fight, right? I was like, go be the boss. Go make him fight me. He's like, well, he's back there throwing up. And from what I see, he looks sick. I'm like, man, whatever, dude. And that fight didn't happen.
Did you get paid your show
money?
money?
Yeah, I got my show money, but I didn't care about the money. I like to fight. I love to fight. You know what I mean? I was there to fight. So then Dana said, don't worry. We're going to reschedule this fight. You'll get I said, Dana, I don't really want to.
But your peak is off.
But I said, Dana, I don't really want to fight him now. If he's sick now, tell that motherfucker be sick later. I don't care. Like when I'm worked up and I'm ready to fight a certain person, my mind is set on that person. Once that fight ain't going to happen or some bullshit would happen, I'm not interested anymore. So give me the next guy. You know what I'm saying? I was already fighting all the top competition anyway. It wasn't like I've never had an easy fight in the UFC. Not one fight.
You know, and I'll tell you another thing that I've noticed about you. Like, sometimes people go through life and they go through situations and they go, man, I should have done this different. I should have done that different. And then, like, you know, okay, now I've got that knowledge. Next time I see it, I'm not going to have that problem anymore. That doesn't happen with you. Like, by the time you go through a situation, like, you've got, I couldn't have got any more change out of the dude's pocket. Like, I turned that thing completely inside out. And one of the examples I have is during Hurricane Katrina. You mentioned earlier in the interview. You actually stole a water truck.
No, I didn't. Let's rephrase that.
Okay.
I didn't steal anything. What happened was my fiance at the time, Brittany McGee, she was a sheriff. Her mom was a sheriff. Her sister was a sheriff. Everybody I was on that bridge with had badges.
That's
all right.
Uh-huh.
We were stuck there for 9 days. The jail. Look, I watched people get shot. I watched people get killed. I watched a girl throw a brand new baby. The baby wasn't even a day old. She threw the baby away in the water. All right. These are things I don't tell people. I don't talk about because everybody's just seeing the water trucks. What happened with the water trucks was I was the only motherfucker on the bridge that could swim. I swam to the water company and got the keys because close to the interstate by the water company, there was no water. I'm talking like we're in 9 feet of water by where I was. We had to swim to where you swim far enough, your feet starts to touch. All right. I get the keys. I bring them back to the bridge. I'm holding the keys. This was like day 3. I'm holding the keys. I'm like, we need a way out because we're waiting on helicopters. But then we found out all the bad shit that was happening at the Superdome. All right. So then I said, look, nobody's coming to get us. I put a couple of people, sheriffs and civilians, on these little floating rafts that I kept bringing water back from. I floated them all the way to the water company. Got there. We pulled all the water. We didn't just take a van, bro. We took their whole fleet of vehicles, but we took them because when we took them, they said, get out of the city the best way you can. Governor Nagin at the time, he let the fucking buses drown underwater in the yard because he said he didn't want those people fucking up the buses. That, our governor. So we took the water, we pulled water. When I say it was stacked to the top, we pulling it out. We had 3 vans and like 6 trucks. And I put everybody, as many people as I could fit off that bridge in the side of those cubby holes. We rode up the bridge to the Greater New Orleans Twin Span, right? Because that's the way we had to go. We got there, they had military police, state troopers. I said, look, everybody in the van has badges. I said, look, we're using these trucks. They said, don't worry about that. You guys take these trucks and y'all get as far west as you can. Go to Houston. We drove to Houston. I just happened to be on the shift of driving. It was my shift to drive. We get to Houston. We got pulled over by Texas state troopers and Houston PD. By the time we got to Houston, there was so much chaos in Houston from people from New Orleans to where these people were fed up. Dude, they had badges. Like, they even showed them their badges. The people said, do you have one? I said, no, sir, I'm just a civilian, but I'm the fiance of one of the deputies. They said, well, you don't have a badge. We're going to take you possession of stolen property. That's how I got hit with stolen property.
Well, I'm going to tell you this, man. I heard several people claim that you actually saved a lot of lives that day.
I did, bro. I saved a second floor full of people. I had about 120 people there. 2 people in wheelchairs. When I say nobody could swim, it's sad. But when you say black people can't swim, people make a mockery of it. But I watched it. I seen it. And 4 of the elderly people I saved, one man died two, a man and a lady died because they didn't get insulin. All right. And then the other 2, I don't know how they died. When I woke up the next day, when I didn't even sleep, when I checked on them the next day, they were cold.
Dude, man, you were a hero that day, bro.
I watched some of the deputies just straight up just shoot the fucking inmate who had on an orange jumpsuit. Not knowing what this kid did, just fucking killed him.
Ugh.
All right? We went into the jail to extract some people out that was friends with my girl at the time, that they were deputies, but they got trapped inside the jail. Just because somebody have on orange don't make them a fucking criminal. All right? I just went through that myself, being in orange. Just because somebody's in a fucking jail uniform don't make them a cold-blooded killer. Now, they are killers among them, but
they had a bad day. They could have just had a bad day.
Some of these people, bro, were just scared. They were scared, bro. Like, when I tell you everybody thought the world was going to end, I was like, dude, it's just fucking water, bro. Like, we're going to be all right. Because I grew up hunting and fishing and trapping animals and shit. So I knew how to maneuver. But when I seen grown people fucking crying and desperate, didn't think they were going to live tomorrow, it really brought a different side of me out. I'm like, damn, instead of being angry, I wanted to help my people. You know what I mean? And to sit around and watch the sheriff at the time, he got personal security. He leaves us all. And then tells my girl at the time, we'll take y'all and y'all immediate family, but we can't take everybody else. I said, fuck that. We're not going with y'all. I said, if we can't take everybody off this bridge right now, they were still going to leave women and children. And all I cared about was the children. I'm not worried about no grown-ass man, bro. You a man. Now it's time to be a man, all right? It's just a little water. We're going to be all right. But the women and children, bro, like, I'm talking like the age of girls of like early 20s, no more than 23, with all babies. You know what I mean? Like, girls they carrying 2 babies in a fucking arm, and you got a 2 or 3-year-old that barely can walk. That's what I lived through in Katrina. So when people talk about Katrina and for some reason this whole van thing keep popping up in my life, like, dude, I did what I needed to do to save people.
Dude, you were a hero.
You know what I'm saying?
Man.
I'm not a hero, man. Look, I'm just like them, bro. Like, I am from there. I did what I needed to do, what was necessary to at least save the people I could save. And I come from a military family. My uncle is a retired 4-star general in the Army. All right? He is now Anchorage, Alaska's prison warden. All right? That's awesome. I come from a highly decorated family. I didn't go, you know why I didn't go to the Marines? Because I went to the UFC. If I didn't go to the UFC, that was where I was on my way to. Because I had already signed up for the Marine Corps, but I didn't go to the last part of it because right before I did that, and if I had signed that last piece of paper, I would have never saw the Ultimate Fighter Season 2. I would have been gone. All right? So that was my choice. I chose my dream over everybody else's
That's pretty
dream.
cool.
You know what I'm saying?
No, that's cool.
Because what people don't understand about me is fighting MMA is my childhood dream. When I was maybe 5, 6, 7, I was in elementary school. You know they have career day, right? This is right around the time. This is like 93. This is like when UFC first come out. I'm already watching VHSs of UFC. And they asked me, what do you want to be when you grow up? I looked at my teacher and said, I want to be a UFC fighter. This is before UFC was even thought about being big. They was like, what is that? I said, well, it's fighting. You know, is it boxing? No, it's MMA. It's the UFC. I'm a kid, so I called it UFC. I didn't even call it MMA. I called it UFC. And I guess later they look it up and find out what it was. My teacher put me in fucking anger management. I swear to God. They started questioning
where you belong.
They started questioning me as a kid. Well, are you having problems at home? Man, I come from a very respectful, structured family.
How dare they, Melvin?
My mother is a Baptist preacher.
Awful.
My grandfather is one of the most respected men I know. You know what I mean? Like, if I don't say yes sir, no sir to you, my mom and my grandma will reach across the table and smack me in the fucking mouth. I'm serious. I'm not bullshitting you. So
wooden spoon?
Yes, she split me wide open. My grandma. She crazy, but I love her. My family is everything to me. You know what I mean? I care about people. I might walk around and when it comes to fighting, fuck you know, I don't care about you. If you're gonna fight me, I'm gonna fucking kill you. Like the guy I'm fighting tomorrow night, he already looks scared. I even heard his interview when he asked him, well, how do you feel about fighting a veteran like Melvin Guilard? The dude sounded like he's about to cry when he talked good about me.
He looks up to you, man.
He seems like a good guy. But when we close that motherfucking cage tomorrow, man, look, I've been training with my teammates, right? And some of these guys are younger than me. So I'm trying to help them build their courage. And when I would say this, not one of them are scared of me. All of them bring it. When we spar, they fucking bring it. But you know what I also bring back to them? I remind them who I am. I've been putting them all down with body shots, right? To the point where coach one day was like, Mel, relax, man. I said, Coach, look, we're fighters, all right? I'm not going to hurt my teammates, but they got to know they're fighting. Because if you fight and you spar, and I learned this from all the gyms I've been to, you know what I'm saying? I spar with Jon Jones. I spar with Rashad, all the heavyweights. I don't care. I'll spar with anybody. But I've gotten my ass beat, right? And I don't cry. I don't want you to feel sorry for me. It's going to help me because I get in a cage against guys my size. And because of all those fucking heavyweights and shit I done sparred, and I done got rocked by people. I can stand in front of anybody. And the only thing I'm trying to teach my teammates is that you're getting the best of me when I'm in there sparring with you. If I hold back and I fucking just hold your hand for you, how am I making you better? So then when a fight happens and I gotta go be cage side and watch you fight, and then you get hit and you get rocked and you're not used to that. I've seen guys get hit and look, and in the middle of a fight and fucking you can see them quit. You know what I mean? Like literally, they get hit, boom, and then it's like, damn it, that motherfucker just quit. He ain't gonna fight now. I've watched a lot of people do that. I'd be damned if I let my teammates do that. You know what I'm saying? They owe it to themselves. And like I said, I'm never gonna hurt them. I'm never gonna injure them. But when they're in there working, we're in there to work. You know what I'm saying? So the other day, them little fuckers got on me. They came at me hard. I'm taking a break on round number 4, literally taking a break. My homie little Brandon, he fucking beating the shit out of me. He's got my back and he's fucking pounding away, kneeing me. And I'm just sitting there and honestly, coach is like standing on me like, Melvin, get out of there. Honestly, I sat there and was smiling like, I'm so proud of this little motherfucker. Like, he's literally giving it to me right now. And coach is bitching at me the whole 5 minutes because this happened early in the round. I laid down there for 5 minutes on my chest, on my hands and knees, covered, making sure he can't hit me. But then I'm also telling Brandon, is that all you got, bro? Like, come on, motherfucker, make it count. You know what I'm saying? This little fucker teeing off, knees, boom, to the body, throwing, like, hit me. And dude, I'm sitting underneath there just smiling, bro.
Proud father.
I didn't even want to get up.
Like
I
a proud
smiled. Hell
father.
yeah, I was proud because that's what they need, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, look, there's no secret society to this shit, bro. You either fight and you know and you learn how to fight and be a great fighter, or you gonna be on the other side of that. And I've seen guys. I've ended guys' careers, but I've seen guys get their careers ended in a fucking training room before they even made it to the ring. Oh, no, I don't want to get hit like that. You know what my biggest fear is? Getting hit with a fucking 99-mile-an-hour baseball. That's why I didn't play baseball. I was more afraid of getting hit by a baseball than I am from getting hit by anybody. I'll take a lick from Mike Tyson before I want to get hit by a fucking baseball. That's just me, though.
Yeah.
That's just me.
Now, you and I were in Europe a few years ago. And we're going to wrap this all up. We're almost there. And we're at weigh-ins, and there's a guy in Europe named Jimmy Sweeney, who I know have since this incident, you guys have.
Yeah, we're good friends now.
We're good friends.
Yeah, we're great friends, actually.
So Jimmy's got like a big entourage.
He's got about 20-some people with him.
All the time.
Wait,
And
not only that, early in the day.
what started the fight between you
drinking
two?
fucking pints of beer. And I'm like, who drinks that early in the day? I mean, they're not just drinking; they're fucking drunk at this restaurant.
Where did the confrontations? Because when we got to weigh-ins, you go, look at that red chair. That's dude's red
Right?
chair.
That's my screen picture on Facebook.
So he had me take a picture of him putting his feet on his chair. That he
Saying,
gets
fuck your chair.
fuck your
Jimmy."
chair.
Yeah.
Wow, because
Got
that's the
video.
chair Jimmy gets carried into the ring.
Oh, wow.
And
That's his throne. It's his throne.
it's his throne.
Yeah.
So, but there was a build-up before that happened.
Well, because there was some internet shit. Like Jimmy he's the man over there for BKB.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying?
I respect
I
him.
fought him twice now. I have nothing bad to say about him. The dude is a fucking he's
Decent
a legit,
human being.
He's a legit champion, but he's an even better good person. He's a great person. His family is too. I have nothing bad to say about him. At that time though, you're not gonna talk shit to Melvin Guilard.
Ever.
When at that time you're a fucking nobody. Because at that time he was a nobody. Nobody really knew who Jimmy Sweeney was. People over here now know who he is. All right? So he's made leaps and bounds of putting himself out there. The dude's a beast in bare knuckle, bro.
Good family
I
too,
put it
man.
like this. I would never bet against him in a bare knuckle fight, but I do want to fight him again. I do need another fight because I felt like I won that first fight. He definitely won the second fight. I feel like it should be a rubber match. I'm just saying, Jimmy, we need to get it in. Anyways,
I agree.
So
Yeah.
we get into it out back of the stadium. I'm in the middle of the street, motherfucker. We can fight right now. Let's go, bro. Like I'm from New Orleans, nigga. You from Europe. You're European. That's how I felt at the time, nigga. I'm American. I'm better than you.
Here he goes.
Right?
He goes, "Oh, you guys don't know who I am?" And it's me, Sims, and Melvin.
Dog, it's
And
crazy,
we're like,
bro.
"Not really. Who are you?"
So the fight goes from the back alley of the arena, and it stumbles into the diner. Now we didn't know they were in this diner. We were just looking for food.
Wait. You're missing something. So they had weigh-ins, and dude, it was ugly in the street. And we're just like, hey man, just let them fight, get this over with. But we shouldn't. But it is what it is.
Right.
And they actually took the high road because Melvin definitely wanted to fight.
Bro, I wanted to fight right
so
there.
This is
I
what they did.
because I wasn't there to fight him that time. I was there to fight
Dan Breeze.
Dan Breeze. So I had to wait anyway, but I knew I was next in line to fight him. So I'm like, dude, we can get this shit out of the way
You took your
right
spot
now.
in line. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
So they made separate weigh-ins happen. So those guys weighed in first.
Yeah, who does that? Who does that? They kept us at the hotel when we got there, and Dan Breeze was not 185 pounds. That dude had to be every bit of 2-something.
He was big.
Yeah. So then Jim with his fucking weenie head ass, I'm like, dude, I want to see this dude get on the scale. I was like, I don't care if he over 3-4 pounds.
Yeah, even 10.
I just want to see his big ass get on the scale. All right. So when this shit happened at the diner, Dan Breeze was there. He walked up on me and said, hey man, it's an honor to fight you, blah, blah. I'm having a conversation with Dan Breeze. Bro, but right before that happened, I walk in, I blew my nose. And as I blow my nose, I caught eye contact with Jimmy. As
Jimmy's there with all of his people.
Dude, I balled the tissue up and I chunk it. Bow, hit Jimmy right in the mouth. Hold up. Jimmy didn't even move though. He didn't get up or nothing. His whole entourage gets the fuck up and then he gets up. But when Jimmy gets up, he backs up behind all of them. I said, man, you's a bitch. I said, I just hit you in the face with a snotty rag and you got your homeboys gonna fight for you? I was like, fuck it, what's up? Now at the same time, I gotta mind myself. Shoney's with me, Mike, fucking Sims. So I don't want to get them.
Burns.
I don't want to Josh,
Daniel
my boy,
John.
Big Josh, my boy Burns. I don't want to get them in a fight. So I'm like, look, y'all just make sure nobody hit me from behind. I got this.
I don't think we had a choice.
I picked
to
up
be
the
honest with
fucking
you about
butter
who was
knife
fighting and who
off the
wasn't.
table. Now, mind you this dude, Alex Ramirez, he's a fucking pussy. Romero, whatever. But he's sitting there and he's videoing. But he's like this big fucking, like, dude, he could probably wipe out 3 or 4 of those guys with just one swipe because he's that fucking big. But normally, for me, I know guys that big can't wipe their ass, they can't even fight. So I ain't tripping. But then you gonna sit there and try to instigate the fight. You know what I'm saying? The fight's already instigated. I already did enough for that, nigga. I did that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I chunked the tissue out of him. Don't try to rain on my parade, dude. Like, we gonna fight because I want to fight, not because you sitting there with the fucking camera videoing and then talking shit. Well, they're right here, like, dude, seriously? So at that point, I felt like we should have turned on him. We should have beat him up. We really should have beat him up, bro. You can't roll with us. We're American, and you American, but you side because he's seen strength in numbers. What he thought was strength. Half his crowd was drunk, bro. They wasn't gonna be a problem.
Dude,
You know
we
what I'm
almost fought 20 guys that night.
Dude, I fought 17, 18 guys before at one time. I've been there.
I believe it.
Been there. You know what I'm saying? Look, that's how I got this scar right here. You know what I'm saying?
That's it?
This was a Grey Goose bottle, and in the back of my head was a Hennessy bottle. I swear to God, bro. Like, I've been there. I've been there before. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not afraid to fight, bro. If we gotta go, we gotta go. But I'm not gonna hang out with somebody that's kicking it with us hard too. Like at the strip club, he was there. Dinner, he was there. Breakfast, the motherfucker was there. At the hotel in the lobby, just chilling, he was there.
So this is Rosman, right?
Yes.
All right. So
Rosman.
this
Whatever
guy,
it's that, Alex Rosman.
Yeah.
The
So
dude's a fucking
he's
fat.
American this whole time, but as soon as
Man,
he's seen
bro,
those 20
that
guys,
motherfucker turned straight Britain. He turned Britain on us, bro. For real, he tucked his tail. He do like the French do. Start a fight and then run. Yes, that's exactly what he did, bro.
All right,
that's a cowardly thing.
We're going to wrap this up.
Yeah, so
wrap
let's
it up.
all right. Let's wrap this up. Let's go into this last segment real quick. So I'm going to give you some names, and you tell me what you think about them. All right. Monty Cox.
Piece of shit.
Oh, damn, really?
Yeah, I don't like Monty.
I thought he got you some money.
Because he was cool with Rich Clemente. He was Rich's fucking manager. I don't fuck with him either.
See, I knew he flew you out to a couple events.
Fuck Monty Cox.
He's been good to me.
In all due respect. Hey, like I said
all due
earlier,
respect.
you might be cool with somebody. Don't mean I'm cool with somebody. Monty ain't never done nothing for my career, so fuck him. I don't like him.
Rob Cook.
One of the best people I know.
Why?
Because he gave me my bigger start from fighting in bars and underground fights in New Orleans with Joey Kona to FFC. FFC was really my first big show.
That was a big show.
It was look, they had the Bourvage corner, bro. Like I'll go to Bourvage, and this was before UFC. I was being treated like a UFC fighter by them. So I have nothing bad to say to them.
All right. Israel Adesanya.
One of the best fighters I know, and I'm actually one of his best fighters. He loves me. After I lost to him, you know what I'm saying?
I couldn't believe you guys fought.
I was sad, but well, this is how that fight came about. And it was stupid on my part. I didn't know much about Israel until after I signed for the fight. And I still didn't look him up that much because I was like, you know what?
You can do you.
I'm not that guy. I'm going to go do me. Yeah. But what I didn't know was he had over 150-something kickboxing fights. And then when I saw that, that's when I got curious. I'm like, oh, fuck, what did I sign myself up for?
More money.
Let me go watch this guy. Yeah, it wasn't even about the money, bro. They offered me the fight for the belt for AFC. You know what I'm saying? And for me, I just need one more belt to make 10 belts. And I thought, I would have 10 titles in my lifetime. You know what I'm saying? So it wasn't a good accomplishment. It was good. It was a good idea. It was a good idea, bad idea kind of thing. Mm-hmm. All right. So I walk in. I'm fighting at 85. I didn't know how tall the guy was, and I didn't research him like that. That's on me. So I get there, and I'm only traveling over there with my wife. Only my wife is with me. I didn't bring a corner or nobody. So I said, fuck it, man. I'll be honest. My idea and my emotions and my thoughts on that fight was, whatever happens, happens. It's either I'm going to win or I'm going to protect myself, but fuck it, I'm going to lose. Like, that's how I was feeling at the time. Anyways, when I saw him at weigh-ins, he was sucked out, dry, but he was still tall. But I'm sizing him up, though. I'm like, man, this dude ain't really, he got nothing on me. He got height on me, but whatever. Man, the night of the fight, bro, when I got in the ring and he came down the walker and he got in the cage with me, I looked across the cage, I was like, that nigga's fucking huge. Like,
that ain't the same guy.
Dude, I was like, no, he didn't look like the same guy. I was like, what the fuck did I just sign myself up for? And I looked at my wife, and me and my wife made eye contact.
His brother weighed in.
Me and my wife made eye contact, and this is how it went. I looked at my wife, my wife was like, I swear, that was her face.
This ain't you problem. This ain't a me problem.
Face. She was like, so I was like, fuck it, let's just go through it. I'm here now. I'm not about to tuck my toe and run. You know what I'm saying?
You're in a cage.
You got to beat me, bro. I'm not going to just say, oh, I'm sick now. I ain't going to fight Jamie Varner, whatever. But when the fight happened, though, like I'm giving him my best. You know what I'm saying? I'm there to fight, so I'm giving him my best. I'm not going to back down from a fight. Fuck it, I'm here to fight. Dude, I took him down with a fucking, like a single leg. When that motherfucker literally stood up on me and just stepped over me, that's at that moment I knew I was beat. I was like, what the fuck? I ain't never in my life took somebody down. And they were that big to where they just stood up over me. Like, he could have teabagged me on the way up, bro. Oh, wow. That's how I felt. Yeah, it was that bad, bro. I felt, it was the first time in my life, in my
Size
career,
difference. Yep.
I felt outmatched, outdone by Israel. And now, and because of me, he's in the UFC. And because of me, look at him now. He's the middleweight champion. And you know what? I'm proud of that. Not to say I'm proud of getting my ass whooped on him.
No, you had a good showing.
But the respect that he gave me after he fought me, he's like, look, Melvin, you're one of my favorite fighters, bro. I've watched you fight for years. He's like, dude, it's like, it was an honor. He's like, I'm not just saying this. It was an honor to be able to fight with you in the ring. He's like, dude, I look up to you. And when he said that, bro, I was like, man, I ain't even so much mad about my ass whooping now because the kid gave it to me, bro.
Gave you respect.
Bro, he reminds me so much of Jon. And I know a lot of that's going on right now. But between the sparring with Jon and actually fighting Israel, if they make that fight happen, that is going to be one badass fight.
What's your prediction?
I'm not even going to do that. I'm not. I'm going to leave my prediction in my head. You know what I'm saying? Out of respect for Jon and out of respect for Israel. I'm going to leave my thoughts in my head. You know
so you think Jon then?
Man, look, don't.
I wouldn't do it.
That's that interview shit. Right? Also, he's like, look, man, like I said, I need my thoughts. You know what? I'll tell you like this. I hope they fight to a fucking draw. To piss everybody. I hope it's a fucking draw. I really do. Fight. Because if it's a draw, then you really know what I'm saying. Like, it's almost like they mirror image of each other. The way they move, how comfortable and relaxed they look in the ring. Like, look at them. When I first seen Israel, I thought of Jon, and that was before all this shit was happening. I was like, dude, that kid remind me so much of Jon Jones.
That's crazy.
It's like Jon's little brother, dude, I swear to God. And Israel's not that much smaller than Jon.
He's not?
But I honestly think Jon will still be the bigger fighter.
He comes in at like 183.
That dude, Israel cuts.
He overcuts?
Weight. Dude, he cuts weight, bro. Israel, when I fought Israel the night I fought him and stepped in the cage, he had to be every bit of 215, 220.
Oh, my God.
Really?
But y'all thought I was joking? This motherfucker was huge, bro. I grabbed his leg, bro, and took him down. The motherfucker stood up like I wasn't even holding him. Yes, he's a huge fucking dude, bro.
Damn.
He's big. He's a big kid, and he's young, so that means he can put more weight on before the John fight. If he needs to fight John, he can match John weight for weight. You know what I mean?
Wow.
But you can't take away from who Jon Jones is, bro. Yeah. No, I don't give a fuck.
Still Jon Jones.
Jon Jones
is Jon Jones.
Fucking, Jon Jones is Jon Jones.
Yeah. Well, Melvin, we're getting to the finish line here. We're not going to take too much more time, but I want to actually go over one last thing with you. Tell me about your experiences with TMZ.
Fuck TMZ. I wish I would have called him and give him a bomb threat. Fuck TMZ, man.
So we got 3 incidents of TMZ. The first one we already went over.
First one was in Vegas. The second, I was at, where was it? Club Church in Denver, downtown Denver. I got jumped by 3 guys and 1 girl. Never touched a girl. I only knocked out 2 of the guys. And I literally backed my way out the club and left. The only problem with that was me and the owner had words, and I was there doing an appearance. This was this was Labor Day weekend.
So they knew who you were.
Last year. Well, the owner didn't know who I was. The GM was the one who set it up for me. Right? The owner was there though. He came walking to me out the front door asking me what happened. I said, look, I tell the guys they need to leave. I told them 4 times, walk away, bro. They drunk, they Hispanic, you know, they feeling themselves. I didn't know the chick was with them when the chick was eyeing me the whole time, watching me give autographs and take pictures. The chick came up to me, and I'm thinking I'm about to trade numbers with her. And next thing I know, I got 3 fucking dudes in my face.
Fighting 3 guys.
So I knock out the first 2. like pancaked them. Boom. And then the girl runs up, so I shove her. I just kind of nudged her back, but she fell down. So they tried to charge me with assaulting her. I was like, are you fucking crazy? Like, and even in court when I was fighting it, I told them, I said, if I just knocked out them 2 bitches, don't you think a man with my skill, and I told this to the judge, don't you think a man with my skill set would have knocked the fucking girl out too? I said, I didn't hit her. I would never hit her unless she hit me and draw blood, because I told the security guard, I said, dude, because before they caught it on camera, the girl had ran up on me like 4 or 5 times. And I kept pushing her back. I said, dude, if this chick hit me, scratch me, cut me, if I see blood, I'm going to fucking kill her. So do your fucking job before I have to do it for you. I said, plus, once I knock her out, I'm going to have to fight the security. And security knew who I was. I said, dude, I really don't want to have to fight one of y'all. So grab this bitch. That was how I said it. The owner comes out, and he's questioning me. I told the owner, I said, hold the fuck up. He questioning me as if I'm the fucking suspect. I said, wait, dude, I just got jumped in your club by 4 people. My friends didn't even jump in. My friends stood there. My friends are in the video too. They didn't. My friends know they don't have to jump in. Dude, the owner, he's like a Greek mobster, like some mob dude from the Greek. I said, dude, I don't give a fuck. My family's down with the Italian mob down south. I ain't scared of you. What the fuck is, I said, so all his security got me circled up, right? We're standing on the sidewalk now. He's talking shit. I said, look, little man. He's like this tall. I said, look, little man, what I'm about to do is, you want to call the cops? Go ahead. That's why I fucked up. Me being cocky and arrogant at the time. I should have stayed. I said, dude, you want to call the cops? Fine. I said, but which one of these motherfuckers you gonna get to put their hands on me? Because he was like, he had handcuffs in there. I'm gonna arrest you, citizen's arrest. I said, who the fuck you pay that much money to that's gonna put handcuffs on me? I said, are you gonna pay these motherfuckers hospital bill? And I looked everyone in security right in the eye. I said, which one of y'all gonna take that chance? And I turned around and I moved the motherfucker out of my way and I walked away. Then he had 2 of them following me down the street. I said, dude, if y'all come past this alley, bro, I'm going to come back and I'm gonna murk y'all right here in the alley. So they ran off. Man, I leave. I go to London. I'm in London for one of the BKB fights. I get a call by the fucking Denver detectives. Mr. Guilard, we heard you were incident last week at the club. We need to see you when you get back. Cool. I ignored it. It's like, whatever. It ain't that serious. I did. I ignored the fuck out of it.
Probably a good move.
I ignored the fuck out of it. But then when I got back, my mom texted me. My mom said, son, what happened? You got into a fight at a club? I said, Mom, how do you know that? My mom sent me the whole link from TMZ. I said, what the fuck?
TMZ
So then, when that was the team, that's how I knew. Because of TMZ, I was like, what the fuck? So the owner sold a video to TMZ for $20 grand. That's how TMZ got me. And then the second incident, that was Labor Day.
That was the second one.
Yeah, that was second. The third incident was me working security at a club. I'm the head security guy. I'm training all the security guys, right? I'm watching their back. They're throwing somebody out the club. they had already threw this little white guy out the back door. He was drunk, hammered drunk, and he was beefing with one of my teammates, Eric. So when they threw him out, I always let them handle everything. I just stay in the background because I know if I do something, I can get in trouble a lot more. Man, as they throwing the guy out the front, the group out the front right here through the double doors, the French doors, I'm standing at the main door. If you look at the TMZ, you'll see me in the camera right here. Right, I'm literally under the camera. You see me with a staff shirt on. The little white guy comes running up from right here to my left. Oh, Eric, I'm gonna fucking kill you. So he's about to swing on Eric. So I put my hand in his chest and I pushed him back. I said, bro, back the fuck up. We already kicked you out the back. The hand he had fisted, he swings on me. So I block it and I hit him. Boom, with the elbow. The problem was I fucking fractured his face.
Damn.
So that's now me with a felony for the next 2 years until I complete probation. That's me right now with a felony. You know what I mean? And it was fucked up.
It took you this long to get a felony?
Nigga, I'm 36 years. You damn right. Didn't I tell you earlier? Earlier the family I come from, dude? Like, look,
good move,
I had a chance. I could have been a blood group. I could have been in a gang.
I think wrestling and fighting saved your life, man.
Yeah.
I've been around a lot of violence. I've been around murder. I've been around a lot of shit, man. I could have easily got dragged into that. Sure. But you know, it wasn't the police that scared me out of it. It was my mother and my grandparents and my dad.
Yeah.
I come from a family, like my mom always told us, and my mom almost killed me literally 3 times. And I love my mom more than anything. And my mom always made us the men that we are. And the reason being is my mom always installed in us, before I let the streets or the police kill you, I will fucking kill you. And my mom meant that, bro. And a few times I was disrespectful to my mom, and there was only those 3 times. Those 3 times, my mom literally almost killed me. And that was a long time ago. And since then, man, I don't raise my voice at my mother.
Like, I love your mom, man.
I don't cuss around my family.
Yeah.
You know, and I cuss a lot. I don't cuss around my family. Respect is everything. You know what I mean? And that's the thing. That's something that we have to, as older people, we have to teach to younger people now. Because, like, today I was in Walmart, and these 2 little ladies, lady came and grabbed me off the edge of the aisle. Excuse me, son, could you help me? She needs to read something. I said, yes, ma'am. I said, how many do you need? And I'm tippy-toeing myself to grab it. And this lady was no more than like 4 foot tall. I grab it, and the lady was like, I can see you come from a very respectful family. That just happened here in Hammond when I was at Walmart earlier. You know what I mean? That's the kind of things I love getting praised for. Not how many people I can beat up,
right,
or how much I can fight. When people tell me I come from a respectful family, man, that's the ultimate compliment to me.
There you go.
That's awesome.
So, Mike, we're wrapping up.
That's it.
What did we learn today about Melvin Guilard that we didn't know before?
I tell you, wait. No, I don't. I have something. Why did they come up with a bad motherfucker belt while you're not? That belt should have existed while you were in the UFC, man. What's your opinions of the BMF belt?
It's not over. I'm gonna get back to the UFC, bro. That's my ultimate goal right now.
That's the belt that you've been around your waist.
I'm taking baby steps right now, bro. Like, I'm not gonna put myself in fights that I shouldn't be in right now. I have a good coach. I have a good team behind me. And at the same time, man, like, when I do make it back to the UFC, it's only going to be a handful of people that rocks with me.
I'm going to go over the couple of things that I've learned today. 1, you don't like Rich Clemente.
Nope. I'll burn that motherfucker where he stand.
Donald Cerrone's your best friend.
Yep, one of them.
You're afraid of baseballs.
Can't stand him. Nope.
Hate him.
And you think Jon Jones will beat Israel?
No. Dude, you're gonna get your ass whooped.
Hey, you know what? I love going fishing. You know what I'm saying? I love tuna fishing. I'm not a tuna, bro. You don't get me on something like that.
All right, cool. Okay, Melvin.
Hey, thanks so much, man.
One thing I learned is Melvin Guilard, your 11th belt will be the BMF belt in the UFC.
100%.
My 10th belt.
The 10th belt
Yep.
will be the BMF belt.
100%. Thanks, brother.
Thanks,
Appreciate it.
Melvin.